Small businesses are everywhere. You may have even been to one. According to ASQ.org, a small business is a privately owned corporation, partnership, or sole proprietorship that has fewer employees and less annual revenue than a corporation or regular sized business. So, what makes going to a small business unique to going to a regular sized business?
A lot of times when you shop at a small business, especially if it's one that you've been to more than once, they'll know you. At the studio, we make a really big point of knowing our clients and customers. When you shop small, you'll generally have a chance to meet the owner because he or she is probably working there at any given time that you're there. And it's just a more personal experience there. I find it to be a much more fun and fulfilling experience.
In a small store, it's like specifically curated space. So like we take the time and energy to hand pick out special things that we feel our customers are really gonna love, as opposed to just walking into a bigger store and it's kind of gonna be the same at all their locations. So there's just like a lot of love and energy putting into creating the space, from like the products we sell, the way it's merchandised, the music we play, just the whole like experience.
Small businesses are important because when you come and buy your cheeseburger from our establishment, then your money goes to kids' basketball lessons or drum lessons. We keep the money in the community.
I've always found that when I go into a small business, especially when the owner is on site to greet me, or maybe it's his family members are part of the team, that you get a different level of service because they feel a certain ownership in the business. And so you walk in and they care more about that business than maybe somebody who's just an employee working at a bigger store who's just trying to make a paycheck. People that own their own businesses and these small family businesses, this is their livelihood. This is their life. This is the family mission is to help that little business survive and maybe get bigger.
Why should you shop at a small business? Here's Jerry Fatt to talk to you about how shopping locally benefits the whole community.
It's important because local businesses are owned and operated by people that live in the community. They're not necessarily part of the national chain. And so supporting local business keeps the economy alive locally. And I think a lot of the local owners are part of the fabric. You know, they not only work here and do business, but they're active in the community, in schools, and whether it's church or local organizations.
Did you know that most companies started out as a small business? Even big corporations like Raley's and the Nugget Market. Here's the story about how Fat's restaurant started out in Sacramento.
My dad started our original restaurant called Frank Fat's Restaurant here in Sacramento. It was open, this is our 82nd year, opened in 1939 in downtown Sacramento. We're one of the oldest restaurants owned by the same family in the same location, at least in Sacramento. And probably at least on the West Coast.
So, in conclusion, why should I want to support a small business? Why not go to Whole Foods instead of the local deli right next to it? I asked this question to a small business owner, and here's what they replied.
Small business is the culture and the heartbeat of a city. We're your neighbors, we're people that you know. Anytime you shop at a small business, we're giving back to the community more than a large business. I think it's something like 62 cents on the dollar from a small business goes right back into the community because I in turn am shopping, my employees are as well. Big business, I think it's only like 25 cents. It's something kind of like silly like that. But yeah, small business, you're supporting your neighborhood, you're making a really cool cultural space for just like a different type of feel than other places. It's something more unique, and you're supporting, your neighbors, which is awesome.